not only did they abandon you, not only did they abandon you when you needed them. And I feel like this is one of those things that it was life changing. It's not like this person abandoned me, whatever, and then like that was like this set off multiple things that went on in your life of this abandonment. You probably got like hyper independence from it. Like, I will never love someone again. I will never give my heart out like that again. I will never care that much again. I will never give myself to someone like that ever again. Because it's like, this fucked you up. This fucked you up a little bit, my love. I am feeling this really fucked you up. It made you never want to get that close again. You didn't understand what abandonment was until this happened. And it was just so detrimental to your growth that it put you in a bad spot probably for a long time. Probably for a long time. And like warped your brain about like what even is love? What the hell's the point? That's what it is? Great. I don't want anything to do with that. I am feeling a lot of pain in this like I said, this hyper independence of I just But that's from like a long time. I don't feel like you're in that energy so much anymore. You've went through the dark night of the soul. You've worked on your shadow self. You see things from different perspectives. You have grown, but not because you just grew overnight. This was a painful process for you to get to the where you are now. Transparency. I hadn't looked at it yet. You see right through me. Go to part 1. You see right through me. They're trying to gaslight like you don't see this. But you see everything. You've done so much healing that you understand everything. And you've forgiven most of this too. Because it doesn't help you to not forgive it. But I feel like this fucked with your intuition too. Like, how could you have been, oh honey, how could you have been so wrong about them? How could you have let yourself love someone like that? How could you have been so wrong? You weren't wrong. This person just, think about when you had that abandonment from them and like that darkness that it consumed you and how you may have not been your bestest, most shiniest self. I feel like this person experienced this abandonment before you even came into their energy. And like you came in and tried to heal them, tried to love them, thought you could love them out of treating you bad. But they were going to do it anyways because they were in already. And even though their abandonment started before yours, their healing has taken longer because you got sick of your own shit a lot quicker than they got sick of theirs. You see the real me. That's why I can't hide anything from you, and I struggle sometimes to look you in the eyes. You see right into my soul, and that makes me more vulnerable. And why all of this is coming up now with them is that you've always seen them. I know they made you question your intuition. There was good stuff in there. But you can't heal another person who doesn't even understand that they're hurting others because they're going through whatever they're going through. And this person was hell-bent on hurting you. It was one of those things that was like, how dare you love me? I'm going to punish you for loving me. Because what the fuck is wrong with you if you love me and I am unworthy of love? So they punished you. Not only did they set off that bomb, but they didn't help you through anything either. They just ran. Not to even look at it. And I was getting, there's something about like modern science. I was getting a download of like modern science, and there's something about like, they thought they scrubbed their hands clean completely of this. But modern technology means that they can now identify the fingerprints. They know that they were involved. And when I'm getting that, I feel like that it speaks to like how the world has changed, right? Where like, in this situation, however it presented, I feel like you were silenced and had to be silenced because it would have looked worse on you if everyone knew what happened instead of, even though they caused all the problems, it still would have been on you for some reason. Still would have been on you, but times have changed. Now, from whatever happened, they abandon you. They're bad. They're wrong. Not that anyone's bad and wrong, but you know what I mean? Like, this is how they're feeling with their shame. Now that the world has changed and they've caught up to it, shook their world. Now they're forced to look at this from a different perspective. It's safe for you to love me. Trust in us and in the guidance of this higher realm. Have faith that it is safe to love me as much as I love you. Our union is protected by angels, and we are destined to be together. Our love is true, divine, and unconditional. We were getting twin flames, but if you would know anything about this journey, it is about yourself and growing, and like they're just behind in this. It was real. Don't question your own intuition on this. It was real. It was just really shitty timing. But was it really shitty time? You two activated each other. I feel like you wouldn't even be the person you are today if you wouldn't have gone through all of this. And that does not mean I'm saying that you should go back or want to be with this person again or to be with this person. I would never tell anyone to do anything. But if you're wondering like why you feel so gaslit out of this whole thing, this is why. Just because they're now understanding everything doesn't mean that you have to accept them back. Daydream. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, part 1. Daydream. I often fantasize about you. Daydream about you every day. I can't get you off my mind all day, every day. I always wonder what you are doing and how you are feeling about me. Meet me in your dreams tonight so we can start making our future together in reality. I want to build a strong foundation for us, but they're avoiding you. They literally can't even sleep because they are haunted by you. I feel like oftentimes this person like plays a scenario in their head of, if I hadn't have done this, if I would have reacted differently, if I would have treated this differently, if I would have been there and not thrown you under the bus, if I didn't care what everyone else, who I don't even fucking give a shit about now, would have responded and just taken care of you when you needed to be taken care of, would we be here right now? Instead of me alone, thinking about it, fantasizing about it. It's rough. And again, I'm not telling you to, I'm just telling you like why, I don't want you to feel gaslit by the person. Like, I don't want you to think that it wasn't real and that this connection was bullshit and that you're crazy for even like feeling the way that you do about it. You're not. Just because they refuse to get past that wall of shame, to just accept everyone's faults and move past that and apologize for what needs to be apologized for, does not mean to see you all as equals. Just because they're struggling with that does not mean you need to go back with them or even acknowledge this. You don't need to. That mirroring energy. Because they did create a karmic situation out of this. And debts have been paid. Equal debts have been paid. Equal debts have been paid. But I don't feel like theirs have been paid. So why am I getting equal debts have been paid? Because they're seeing you now in this energy, in this light that they'll... When equal debts are paid, it's not because everything like balanced out exactly the same in the mirroring energies here. Where your name was dragged through the mud and you were ran through the streets and all of that happened from that, like you are now you did the work. You're shining, you're glowing, you have a voice, you're not afraid, you don't feel that shame anymore. There is no shame. You loved with your whole heart, there's no shame. When they got to have all of the love and attention when all of this happened, that was their time in the sun. Now this is yours. I wish for you. We're going to go to part 4 for subscribers because I'm running out of time, but you all have a great evening.